Are you ready to resurface your face? Well, Kristen Neer is an esthetician, love her, from Mark Pardo Salon. She's here this morning to talk about just that. And she's also got the skin to envy. And I say I love her because she is a great person. She's great at what she does. And she gave me my favorite facial. So let's tell the people a little bit about how to preserve their skin.
Okay, Nikki. Well, you know, I get facials. Even though I spend my days, you know, giving my clients facials, I do have to actually get facials.
Yeah.
And I recommend monthly facials.
Okay.
So, you know.
So every month, really? Once a month, you think?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. You know, if that's not possible, I think that, you know, seasonally doing them winter, spring, summer, and fall is a great way to remember when to get your facials, and also it's a great time to give your skin a boost because that's generally when the skin is going through changes.
That's good to know, because I think realistically a lot of people can't afford to do it as often as they'd like. So if they had to make a choice, you would say seasonally, because it gives people a chance for their skin to kind of adjust, especially here in New Mexico when your skin gets so dry. That's what shocked me the most. Didn't that shock you about my skin, how dry it was?
It's dry here, yeah. Yeah, so, you know, oftentimes when people do move to Albuquerque, I do go through and kind of, you know, look at what they're using and, you know, try to suggest how to bump up the hydration and keep the skin balanced, especially in the wintertime.
Exactly. And one of the things that we got to do was we got to actually go to the salon and watch you in the process. So let's right now dive in to the facial from the professional at Mark Pardo.
Hi everybody, I'm Kathy and we're here at the Paseo location. And what we're doing today is we're talking a little bit about the resurfacing facial, botanical resurfacing facial. And what that is, it's going to actually help with exfoliation on the skin. So at this time, Kristen has Smitha here, and Smitha is our model today. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing different techniques in exfoliation. Aveda does a technique called gamage, and what that technique helps with is to exfoliate the skin. It brings circulation to the skin, and as you can see, there's already been an evaluation and documentation for this young lady as far as what techniques will be used, as far as will we be doing medium, will we be doing soft, or will we be doing a little more aggressive movements on the skin. And with this facial, what it particularly targets, it targets that person that has not exfoliated in a while and yet really wants that look of luminous skin. And also the texture of the skin is going to be so different. When she's actually finished with this facial, I guarantee you, you will see visible results. She's going to realize that it was because of the facial. And we do them here at Mark Pardo's along with other different facials. Depending on your needs, you can do an hour or you can do an hour and a half. But at this time, it's very relaxing. And also, again, when you're done, you're going to want to get the series. And what you can do is you can schedule them in advance so that you can continue this exfoliation. Have you ever noticed that your skin looks dull and ashy, especially the darker tones? Right around this time of year is a perfect opportunity to really look at that. You've probably received a gift card and you're thinking, which facial would be good for me? Again, thinking about your lifestyle. Is it a little stressful? Do you not take time for yourself? Well, this will be a perfect facial for you. And it's done at all the Mark Pardo locations. It's a signature facial with Aveda. We think about high touch, not high tech. We use this instead of microdermabrasion. If you're getting microdermabrasion and you think you want something a little less aggressive and you want to be in an environment of total relaxation, then come to the Mark Pardo location. We have one on Juan Tabo, we have one on your Paseo in Wyoming, or the Coors location. All three of these will do this service for you. And it takes, like I said, about an hour. What they do is very thorough. They're very thorough about what they're going to do for you. She'll walk you through what is going to be in the consultation. And then while she's doing the facial, you'll realize that this is something that you should have done a while back. But it's really good to be doing this every time you would say the climate changes. And I'm talking about seasons. I'm talking about fall, winter, spring, summer, because we tend to just be super busy and not pay attention. But like I said, when you're finished with this facial, you're going to see the results. I asked them to get a picture of Smitha before and after, and I was thinking this is a perfect candidate. The clarity of the skin will be smoother. And have you ever noticed that sometimes your pores might look a little larger? Well, this is going to refine. This is going to help with just your makeup application going on a little bit smoother. And again, that goes along with this signature treatment. When she's done with this facial, complimentary is a finishing touch. And what that means is we work with the eyes, the cheeks, and the lips. So we want to make sure that you're not only feeling great, but when you go out, you won't have to pull that little mirror down in your dash and look at your skin or your makeup to see if it's, if it's okay. Because Kristen or any of the estheticians or any service provider will do that for you. It's a complimentary service with all our treatments, with all our services. Again, the Botanical Resurfacing Facial, either 30, 60, or 90 minutes. You can get it done at any of the locations that have the spas, which again is Paseo in Wyoming, Juan Tabo, or the Coors Bypass location. Just ask for the Botanical Resurfacing Facial. And let them know that you saw this on TV, and we'll do an iZone wrap for you free. I think that that's pretty nice, don't you? So I know you want to see new you, new skin, new year 2011. Please come by.
Thanks to Kathy, and of course for you doing that for us so we could see the process. Now, we didn't get as much into the process as I like because of time, obviously, but I think it's important that people understand because they do have some hesitation sometimes about getting a facial. And the first thing I think that's important to know is about your training, so they understand that you are a trained professional. So tell me a little bit about what you have to do in order to become an esthetician.
Okay, well, the first thing is school,
Right.
Going in, looking for a school, such as the Aveda Institute
Right.
here in New Mexico.
Sure.
And going ahead and doing your education, learning theory, learning hands-on,
Okay.
learning about the products. That's the first step.
Okay.
And then once you've done that, then you need to go ahead and pass your state board exams.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So you have to
So it's
be,
intricate.
licensed by the state
Sure.
to perform facials, to wax eyebrows, and things like that.
So maybe a good thing for viewers to know is if they ever do go to get a facial, that they are aware that the person that is working on their skin has their degree and has their license, because that's very important. You don't want just anybody working on your face. Your face is pretty important.
That's absolutely true. Yes, they should have their license posted
Okay.
at all times. You should
Perfect.
always be able to see a current up-to-date license posted.
Okay,
so that,
good.
You know that that person is licensed and
ready to go.
Yeah.
And the other quick question before we go is I want people to also know, if they have a facial, they get their skin worked on like I did, then after the fact, there's also a process. You have to make sure you take care of your skin. So what would you advise people? Because I think that's important is people to understand what they can do on their own.
I think at-home care is vital.
Yes.
Taking the products home, using products that are appropriate for you.
And would you advise to people what that is?
Absolutely.
Okay.
At the end of the service, we do, fill out a form.
Okay.
I walk them out. I show them what I recommend.
Sure.
And, something one of the best things you can do really and the most effective
is
at home is masking.
Masking.
Using your mask.
And you gave me that advice, and I appreciate it, and I'm taking that advice. And, of course, you saw all the locations, so help yourself to a facial. Do it for yourself. It's really worth it. Thank you, Kristen. I loved having you here, my friend.
Much.
It was a pleasure
Good
to have you.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you, and your skin looks great. It's something to model after, for sure.